Are we live?
We're live.
We're live. People coming in?
Yep. We got 75 people watching.
Oh wow, that was quick.
Yeah, we got some waiting.
Give it a minute, let some people come in.
All right.
Before we start off.
But for those of you who are here, welcome to a Spirit of 76 room in our main office.
Yeah.
Main office space. We got Cobra Joel and Spirit Dan. And the store behind us, which is bustling because it is mid-June.
Yeah, mid-June is very busy.
Yeah.
So I mean, is the number keeps going up? We'll just wait just a minute or two.
Okay.
So we see that kind of level off, and then we'll dive in.
Sure.
Do you want to do just like a quick walk around the store or people
Yeah,
come
let's
in?
do it.
Okay.
We'll follow you.
Yeah, it's gonna get to mid-June, but this is our showroom where you come here, you can see all the products out. Actually, there's only there's over 1,400 products in the warehouse and on the website, and it's only a very small percentage that's in the store. So assortments, all the usual things.
Busy, busy.
Real tree section.
Oh, yes.
200 grand. Just handle it.
200 grams, some assortments that we're selling in the store.
Big Trisha, of course.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
500 grams.
Promo section.
Yep.
Of course, the artillery shells.
Oh, yes.
How many people we up to?
We're at 60 right now.
Okay.
That's all we got as far as firecrackers go right now. Yeah, I won't close there for sure. Okay.
We're doing our best to use social distancing.
How many are, what's the purchase?
All right, you want to go through a run through of what we're expecting?
Yeah, we can talk about kind of the plan for today, for the live stream.
Hold on 1 second. I have a message from our sponsors. Give me 1 second. Let's start the live stream. Okay. That was true. I was on with Scott. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, my name is Joel Robinson from COBRA Firing Systems. We're here in Columbia, Missouri, visiting the Spirit of 76 team. We have Dan and Sam. I know they introduced themselves earlier. We are going to start out in Dan's little corner here, and then we're going to show you guys a tour of their facility. We're going to come back into this room, show off the Cobra corner. We're going to do a dry run of the show, show you some of the reports from the show. Then we're going to go down to their preparation dock. We're going to show you what's already done with the show. We're going to do a little wiring challenge between Dan and I to show you the difference between wiring with quick plugs versus regular Q strips, as well as T-locks with regular MJG fire initiators. And then if we have time, we might end at the shoot site. So with that being said, you want to go ahead and give the tour?
Yeah, yep, we'll go through
right.
the back office. We kind of went through the showroom already, but
you got it.
behind the showroom, kind of the stuff, so we have the wholesale office.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I took it.
So back here is the wholesale office. This is Becky. Say hi to the internet.
Hi, Becky.
And this is Beth with our accounting department.
Hello. And Parker. We have reconnected.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're not going to go in the back room because apparently there's service back there.
Yep.
Yeah. So we can try the conference room. Actually.
Let's just go to the conference room. Let's check it out.
Yep, that's what we're going to do.
Anyways, it's super busy in the sales pit right now. Anyways, so
Absolutely.
A lot of and stuff. It's probably better we don't bother them.
Right.
But yeah. So this is actually our. Got some Inception, the stream playing on TV. This is our Spirit 76 conference room. You might notice the metal shelf. If you've ever been to the NFA, this is actually doubles as our NFA trade show booth. So we have kind of like a little pro line set up here. Different things. We have like the slider plates with 76 holders, different configurations. different racking styles to show off. This is a Pyroline slats. You have like the flat, angled, 9-arch kit, just different configurations of using X holders or 76 holders. One of the interesting things here, this is a good comparison, is like showing how many you can fit if you use an X holder versus if you use a 76 holder. You can fit more devices on each profile. And it was just like a little layout of fan slices, fan sweeps, things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is these are the shelves that we use at a lot of our trade shows.
Yeah, yep. And you know, come in here, have meetings, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it, honestly, for the offices. Unfortunately, we couldn't do the sales room. That's the biggest area, but
You have another location too, if I don't know if you want to mention that.
oh yeah, so we do have another location across the street that we're using temporarily. The back office is at half capacity for COVID-19. So we actually have 2 other offices. One in Columbia, Missouri. That's where marketing, that's where Sam lives, and HR, IT. And then another office across the street here, which is kind of just a temporary COVID office setup.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go back to Dan's office, show off the COBRA equipment, and then move on with the show preparation.
All right, let's do it.
So for those of you just joining us, we kind of just went through a little tour of the Midway office, and now we're back in Dan's corner.
Okay, yeah, so this is my office. Different various things for doing shows. We have like fire extinguishers, tools, a little workbench. This is kind of like our little COBRA shelving unit that we have here that we store all our COBRA modules on. We use these blue tubs. This is just like a Sterilite tub. It fits 8 modules, so you can do 4 and then another 4 on top. We like these a lot because you can just grab 8 mods really quickly, throw them in and out of the truck, keeps them organized. Helps you count them.
If you don't have at least this many modules, you need more.
Yeah. So, and then we have a little setup up here. This is for charging modules. So we have 2 5-module chargers kind of zip tied up to the ceiling, and you can charge up to 10 modules at a time here. So we use that to charge all the modules up. And then a few other things. Yeah, we have like, so this is some kits we put together. Let's see here. This is if we're doing time code, we're doing audio for time code shows. This is a couple kits I put together. This is basically, you have all different types of connectors, splitters, RCA, RCA 3.5mm, 3.5 millimeter, adapters, things like that. So basically every kind of audio connection you would want to have. This is all 3.5mm RCA. This is all XLR, gender changers, things like that. So if you're doing a big show and you need to work with the audio guy and you're not sure what they have, put together like a little kit like this, and you have basically every type of connection and adapter that you would want. So that way by show, those. What else? We have the command center. So this is a new upgrade that we just got, the COBRA command center with the LiPo battery, which is awesome. This is gonna be the first show we shoot with it actually, so super excited about that. But we also have our old command center, which I can show you. This is kind of like the, I would say this is like the DIY command center, like do-it-yourself kit. And basically,
The beauty of the command center too is we offer all the different kits available. So if you do not want the entire unit we sell but want to build your own, you can purchase whatever kit meets your needs and do exactly what Dan did here and have your own setup.
Yeah, so I did build this before the command center parts are out, so I don't have like the fancy, awesome big LiPo battery in here, but maybe in the future we'll do that. Super easy to cut out though. So what this is essentially, if you take this apart, this is camping mat foam from Walmart. which has been cut and it's been spray glued together in layers. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of foam that have been built up. And you can put your remote in here. Got a little extra place for accessories there. Antennas, booster, extra batteries, tablet. And the nice thing about doing it this way, when you have all this in here and the foam's all cut just perfectly to fit, is once you close it up and you have the foam on top, it's a very solid, secure. You know, I could probably throw this off a building and it would be perfectly fine. Nothing rattles around inside. So throw it around in the truck, not worry about it getting damaged.
All right, thank you, Dan, for the tour. We're going to now do a dry run of the show, show you how to do that. We're also going to talk about show reports from Show Creator. Before I get into that, I wanted to mention that this show we're shooting tonight, it is the same show that in previous week's webinars, we actually designed the audio file. We chose audio soundtracks that actually the users chose. We also scripted the show. So if you have not watched those webinars, go watch those webinars before tonight's live stream, because the show we're shooting is that same show in the previous weeks we've designed. In a previous webinar, we talked about Show Creator and how to design the Show Creator, and we talked about show reports. So this book here is our show plan. It has our site layout, which you'll see here. We'll show you this in a later stream where we actually have it all set up on site. But we also have our module reports. So this is all the reports broken out by module, what queues are firing on which modules. We have our, down here somewhere,
Should be the script in there.
the script report, which is basically every queue fired by time. And then we also have the product list as well, so all the product that you would need to pull from inventory to design the show. So this is kind of like, you know, this is like our master booklet of what's going on in the show. And then over here we have set up for a dry run. So we always recommend dry running your show. And the reason to dry run your show is to make sure that the script is loaded on the remote, make sure your audio file is formatted correctly, so come time for your show, you're not going to have any problems. So what we recommend to do, thanks Dan, you have your remote set up. We always recommend at least a module or two, and what we're going to do is we're going to put this module on the first queue in the script, and then if you have another module, I like to put it on the last queue in the script. And the whole point with that is to make sure that when you start the show, you'll see this module physically fire and say, okay, the show is actually running on the module, and then if you want to do like your finale queue, you can see it as well. And then most importantly, audio box, making sure the audio does play, is formatted correctly, you don't have any problems. So we're going to go ahead and just do a quick dry run. We're not going to run through the entire show, so we're just going to turn everything on. If you want to get close up here.
Sure.
So we have one module, one audio box. So on my remote here, we'll see 2 devices once they come in. Yeah, 2. So you know both of these units are on and synced to this remote. We're going to go ahead and start the control panel here. We have 233 events in the show tonight, for everyone that's wondering. Okay, so the first event here is firing at 10 seconds. It's channel 1, Q1. So this module here I have set to channel 1, and when we start the show, we should see Q1 fire. So we're going to go ahead and arm my system. Do we have audio set up on your speakers?
Yep. Okay, good to go.
So Dan has external speakers behind us, so once we start the show at 10 seconds in, you should hear the audio play. So I went ahead and armed my system. I'm just waiting for both units to show as armed, which they now are. You see 2 again. So we can start the show either from the remote or from the control panel, and all we have to do is push play. So you see the countdown, or the timer's running. There's a countdown to the first event. So in 5 seconds here, we should see Q1 fire on module 1.
Audio should have started.
You see that red LED blinked? That means the show has now started. That cue is fired. You hear the audio in the background, which is opening with Thunderstruck. So traditionally, we would just sit here, listen to the entire audio file. Listen to the entire audio file. Make sure that there's no problems with the audio. And again, if you have another module, put it on the last channel and make sure that last cue fires as well. We normally recommend doing the dry run, once you finish the script. It's not like you have to wait till show day to do that. Obviously, we waited because we're doing the live stream. So at this point, I think we are going to move down to the preparation dock.
Yeah, yep, we'll head down. So we got to take a short car ride up the hill here. And we'll take you guys down to the area where we're preparing all the fireworks for the fireworks show.
All right, let's do it. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, short car ride.
Hopping in the Dan mobile.
Yep. And as many of you should know, Spirit of 76 is kind of located in the middle of a truck stop plaza. Across the street, maybe, you can see our tent that we just put up this week. It's going to be open June 20th. So if you want to come out and visit, you should. We got 30% off our opening weekend. And we're just heading down a little bit down the road here. Someone told us to wear seatbelts.
We're not going on over the road, actually.
No.
We're technically in the parking lot still.
Yeah, and sorry for the bumpiness. Our parking lot is very not smooth.
It is very busy down here. The tent is loading in all their product today. You can see they're getting ready to haul a trailer across the street for the tent load in. Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
So, where we're at now, right now, actually, used to be the old fireworks warehouse. So, about 5-6 years ago, all the fireworks imported and distributed through Spirit 76 actually come in right here, right behind our rackets.
And it is loud out here, so Dan, if you think you're yelling, you're not.
Okay. Yeah, so what you're seeing, all these shipping containers, at one time they used to be all full of fireworks. Now they're not full of fireworks anymore. We were all operating out of our Boonville, Missouri warehouse. But this is a good area to come. It's out there. Set up fireworks here. It's an open air dock. So it's our open air dock where we have shade and we can set up the fireworks show if we need to. Here's Ken. Ken's helping us get set up today. Say hi to the internet, Ken.
Hey, internet.
So yeah, we're actually gonna do a wiring competition down here. I think. Can we talk about that?
We can go ahead and talk about that now. So basically, Dan and myself are going to have a competition to see who can wire a position faster. Dan is going to be using traditional Q strips on his COBRA equipment, and he's going to be using traditional firewire initiators. I will be using quick plugs as well as T-locks. And we'll kind of show you what quick plugs and T-locks are here in just a second, as well as the Pyro Llama rats. Before we get into that, do you want to show the stuff that's already prepped?
We can show the show. You want to show that?
Yeah.
Actually, and I'm just gonna grab this real quick.
So the show is being shot on the same property. We're just literally going right up here. Hopefully we'll show you into the stream. This is all the clips for the show so far. So once we get out in the field on the second string, we'll be able to show you all the positions laid out. Here's all the cakes, so most of the show is already done. It just needs to be dropped out in the field. And then over here, besides what we have set up for the wiring competition, these are all the single shots that we use in the show. So these all need to be set up as well. Come to yeah.
Sure.
So everything's already labeled. These labels you can print from Show Creator. You'll see here we have our channel and our cue, as well as the firework name, position, if there is an angle, and custom information, in this case part numbers. All this information is configurable when you print your labels, so it doesn't have to be laid out like this. But everything's already pre-labeled, ready to go.
How convenient.
You guys still need a little bit of time to set up that, or are you ready to try it out?
We have a request to go into a container and kind of talk about it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about the T-locks.
All right. So let's check out a container.
There's only 3 containers being used down here. We use that for fireworks shows and demos. When we have a demo, we kind of set up there. So we go to this first one. This first one's all about product.
And Dan's bike.
And my bicycle. So this is open case Proline product. We've got gerbs, SE items there. We've got single shot comets, mines, some no debris stuff up here. These are all the new. These are kind of cool. These are all the new no debris comets and mines, built with a slider base and T-lock in the bottom. Then we have cakes. Over here, some slices, sweeps, super sweeps. This is like...
Telling people, oh, here we go, we're back.
Okay, we're back. All right, sorry about that, guys. So it seems like maybe we lost the signal when we went too far into the container.
Yeah, let's not do that
So we
again.
won't do that again. I can just show you from the entrance. Let's fix the other two. This trailer is all about equipment. So tools, tape, all our pyrorama profiles, things like that here. We also have, you might have noticed in the other trailer, that big yellow metal bin, big steel job box. That's actually an ATF magazine. So that's a Type 4 indoor low explosives magazine. That's where we keep all of our EMAG. So there's two of them actually. There's one in this trailer, one in the other trailer. And then we have one more trailer over here that we're using. I don't know what you can see from the entrance. There's a lot of gas. Or we've occasionally been known to shoot a gasoline fireball or two.
Face camera.
Okay, yeah.
Feedback from rappers.
And then this is all wood rack storage. So we've got canister shell racks, pyrolama, no, not pyrolamas. We've got 60 millimeter racks. We've got our letter racks, things like that. Heavier items in here. So yeah, that's basically the little pyro storage area.
Right.
Okay.
Ready for a little
So we wanna give, like, a
competition?
quick
Yeah.
overview of what-
Like T-locks and
Yeah. So,
oh, we got the T-locks.
I can do it regular. Yeah. All right. That would be cheap. That would be cheap. All right.
I'm going to show you the difference between a T-lock and a regular match, as well as quick plug versus regular. So traditional match, right? Just the barrel shroud here. The T-lock has this little, whatever you want to call it, with a T shape. And so this, when you insert it into the bottom of a single shot, there's a little channel in here. And so you insert this in, turn and twist, and it kind of pops into place. So that's in there already. Where this one, you might have to wrap it around to add some strain relief. This one just snaps into place. So that should give me an advantage when we do this challenge. And then the difference between the quick plug versus traditional. Traditional, you have your wires, you just separate them, fold them in half, insert them into the Q strip. But with quick plugs, they have a plug on the end. And then that, all I have to do is just push it into place and I'm done wiring that Q. So I clearly have the advantage here, but we're going to see just how much of an advantage I have with quick plugs and tractor trailer going by. With quick plugs and T-locks versus Dan with regular Q strips and advantage.
All right.
You show them the T-lock?
Yeah, do you want to do the power llama right?
Yeah, we can briefly show, I guess. I guess I don't want to take it apart. Probably should take it all apart. But what I'll do is I'll show you what my process is going to be for mine. So basically, I'm going to use tape because I like to have everything secured. And so Joel's got the sweet T-lock. It's a quick, plug, plug. What I'm going to do on mine is I'm going to open the bottom. I'm going to insert. I'm going to hook over, and then I'm going to come up, and then I've got to tape it. And then when I put it on here, I got to carefully make sure that I don't pinch the wire. So the wire's got to go between here, which I'm going to do, and then I'm going to press down. And then I've got to pull out, split my wires, fold my wires, plug my wires. So I'm probably going to get green, although I would say I think I'm really quick at this. So I think I can do this pretty quick.
We'll see.
How it goes.
Okay.
So we're ready to officially start the challenge.
Let me get this one set and I'm ready to go.
Do you want Ken to have a countdown timer or a timer or a stopwatch? Ken, can you pull up a stopwatch real quick for us?
Mentally prepare here real quick. So we got angle 0, angle 30, angle 45. Oh,
Cobra says compete for pink slips.
I'm going home to the van.
Oh my gosh. John would kill me.
Okay,
All right. I think we're ready.
let's do it.
All right. Ready to count down?
Yeah, sure.
Ken, you got it? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Joe's chilling out.
I'm abandoned taping.
You've abandoned taping.
Takes too much time.
Do apologize about the noise behind us. We are right next to a highway. Normally we'd have a wireless mic on us, but since we're moving around and there's two of them, it's a little difficult.
Just a little over 1 minute.
1 minute down.
Different methods out here now, Joel.
Jason's not doing it multiple different ways. I think, you know what, let's just go with it. We'll see if we win.
Joel is matching, but not landing. I'm matching at the same time, so see if that makes sense.
Yeah, Dan just said Joel is matching but not landing, and Dan's gonna do it all at the same time.
Now, are we counting accuracy for what cues are plugged in where?
Yeah, good question.
I think there should be some accuracy. I think we need to check continuity after also.
So Sam, if you want to come take a look at this.
Yeah.
They were so kind to lay out the single shots by angle, so you'll see that I'm already just following the track. So a lot of that work of thinking, oh, this needs to be at a 45 or whatever is already done for me. So all I'm doing is matching and plotting it onto the holders.
And that banging you guys hear in the background is Ken wrestling with the pyrolama.
I figured you'd be a little rusty since you've been behind the desk for a while.
How much time are we at?
About 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
2 minutes, 45 seconds done.
Messed up.
Oh, messed up. Slight advantage.
Slight chance to catch up.
Lots of wires, a little bit of mess.
I am doing the forward of everything too, so I'm not shortchanging it. This is quality work.
No shortchanging here.
I was debating on matching everything and then connecting it to the fire alarm and then plugging it in.
Right.
Dan, can you toss me an extra 76 holder?
Take your time when you're doing it.
Hurry, hurry.
That's a phone a friend right there.
Did you get one with hot glue on it?
I did one more straight up.
Oh, Dan screwed something up.
I made a mistake once.
What was it?
Just once.
Oh, just once. Okay.
One time.
Okay. One time in your life.
This one, so
All right.
I put this one straight up. Let's go.
Oh.
All my single shots are now connected to the pyrollama rack. I do have two channels here, channel 11 and channel 12. So I need to make sure I'm plugging in channel 11 and 12 correctly to my slats. I'm going to just use the left one as channel 11, right one as channel 12, and then we are using 36M, he's using two 8 channels. So, this is Q2. So just plug into Q2. This one is Q4. Plug in as Q4. And these are reversible. So you see I plugged it facing downward. I could easily switch that and have it go upward. Whatever is easier for your management, for your cable management.
Oh, that's convenient. And how are we doing over here?
We're making progress. We're on 2013. Here. Now, I've got all mine landed that are on here so far, but I still have all these left to go. So I'm doing the full 2012. Let's do that here. And
I do not regret my decision to plug these in first. However, I will say it might have made more sense to plug them as I went.
Why is that?
Mostly because my matches are slightly tight in here, but we're getting it done.
What time are we at, Ken?
you got left. You're almost done. I have 6 left.
You only have 6 left? Oh no.
Oh no. All right. About 7.5 minutes down.
The good news is, after these 2 are done, we only have 3 left to finish all the single shots in the show.
There we go. After this, we're almost done with setting up the single shots in the show.
I think we should do another competition on the other fire.
I think Kenny should compete.
There we go.
We can do a 3-way competition. 21, 2, 3.
We'll get into the brass in this here.
It's a little messy, but
He might beat me. That's okay. Wait, do I have more shots?
If Dan wins, if Dan beats him, I think Scott's going to upgrade all of Dan's modules to Quick for free.
what do you guys think? Should that happen? Does that sound fair?
42.
I mean, that's what you and I agreed on ahead of time, but I don't know if Scott agreed to that.
I will say, I did save quite a lot of time on that taping. So that was 22, make it 30.
So we got 3 left. What?
So, these are all wrong angle.
Whoa.
So I put these on 45, they're actually on 30. So the way the Pyrolama is configured in the arch kits is the center profile straight up is 0 degrees, obviously.
Oh, are we done over here?
Done?
No? So we are using 36M. With the side exit slat option, since we're using quick plug slats, I have 2 short cables here.
What time are we at? We're just
Now,
over
is this
10
everything on
minutes.
this- Is this everything on this position?
Not everything in that position.
So there's like some slices and stuff that we're
Yeah,
missing?
there's
Okay.
other stuff that's gonna have to go back down.
You don't see any that I missed, do you? Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
We're turning on to test mode. And I'm even going to channel these right now too.
I'm not far behind you. 26,
So channel 11, you'll see I have almost a full set of cues except for 1, 8, and 12. And I am missing continuity on a few. Could also be a bad match. Let's go ahead and do 12. Right here.
7 channels over here. Oh, it's gonna be
So
close.
channel 12 is all good. I am missing continuity on some of my 11s. Specifically, just one actually, Q2. Just to see if it's the match, I'm just going to take another and plug it in to see if that shows good continuity.
Dan, how you doing?
So for my Q2 is actually the match that was bad. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the Q2 out right here and switch the match out. And due to T-Locks, it's already unplugged. Switch it out, plug the new one in.
Oh no! Dan got it.
Will someone check this continuity? And now our continuity is good.
I'm gonna say that's basically
Took you about 12 minutes.
now
11 minutes, 59 seconds.
11 minutes, 59 seconds, 2 modules worth of not quite 2 modules. All right, so.
Wow,
some
that
things,
was
though-
close.
Some things though that I did fudge a little bit on mine is the matches. Normally I would tape them over just to make sure that this wire can't come loose. I think they'll be okay for this, but
So really, Dan cut some corners and didn't use all his tape.
I would feel way more secure in the show if they were taped down. If I was using T-locks. It's like I know the E-match will come loose. But also, you know, it's really good. So,
Shoot.
Just had to win that competition.
All right, so at that point, what time do we have?
Oh, we've been on for 40 minutes.
So, as you see, we still have to do several other positions exactly the same way. We're probably going to opt to use T-locks in the future, though. We're going to do that part off camera. Ken's already working on it over behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to go up to the shoot side at this point?
yeah, we can go up and just show the shoot side. Show everybody
See
that.
what Ken's working
Just
on.
be a few minutes for that.
And then by the time
What you working on right now, Ken?
Setting up the fire alarm.
All right.
Okay, Ken, we're gonna go check out the shoot site. This will all be done by the time we get back.
Oh, yeah, I'll have it all done.
Perfect. We're all set.
You know, I almost used the 1 meters.
You know, oh, you're glad you did?
I didn't want to.
Did you show those?
No.
So
Yeah, let's
check
see
these
'em.
out. So I put these up here as an option for Joel. That's the 1 meter, which you can just, you know, for setting them up, they're very quick. You just
Oh, wow.
uncoil them, right?
Oh, so you were trying to give me an advantage and I didn't take it? Is that what you're saying?
I was giving you the option, but, you know,
Now, I do want to mention there's a rat's nest over here, and I would clean that up and actually,
So really, this would take about like 20 minutes.
So, well, you want to go up to the shoot site? We can come back. I already showed. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Gotta clean up.
So
Clean
we
up
just
your
wrap them,
quotes.
kind of provide some strain relief, but also clean up the wires so that we don't get snagged or tripped on. Is that one plugged in? You missed one.
Oh no! Disqualified. Oh, really? Is it?
That's the one that I cut off from the test, I think. Wait.
Okay.
It's in there,
I
though.
believe him.
Wait.
I don't.
Oh!
Disqualified. Cobra's the real winner.
Okay.
It's fine. It'll just ruin the show. Okay, up to the shoot site. Well, good game. All of them were a competition.
Every position was a competition, yeah. That went really quick. That's a good idea.
All right,
We should do that.
another car ride.
If you would
Very
like to
short.
see another show where we make it an entire competition, say so in the comments.
Like this video if you want.
And share
Just
it
a
to your
dedicated
Facebook, too,
competition.
So more people see it.
Yes.
Follow Cobra Firing Systems on YouTube, Facebook. What else we got?
At 76 Fireworks.
Yeah.
At 76 Proline. Technical difficulties and all.
So again, we're still on the same property. We're just literally going up the hill here to the shoot site.
Yes. So this is known as Midway in Columbia, Missouri, and we're going up to the Midway Antique Mall. And that's behind that is the field in which we shoot a lot of our shows.
Between this stream and the second stream, we're going to have about 8.5 hours of setup. So obviously we're going to get all of that work done. So come time for the second stream, which I highly recommend everyone tune into, we'll do a site run through with positions on the ground. We'll do continuity checks, signal strength checks, do a test arm, make sure everything's good to go. So pretty much like what you would expect in the last hour before showtime. And of course, we'll fire the show and you guys can watch that live. We will be recording that show also on camera in case the live stream doesn't look the best. We'll have a video later on that has better quality. Anything else? Pretty good?
That's good.
That sounds right.
So where we're going up here is if you've ever come to one of our demos, you've probably been up here before, but this is where we shoot all of our demos. We also test products up here. So we always try to shoot a lot of fireworks every year and get the most amount of videos we can of live fireworks in the US. And this is where we do all that.
One of the great things about this shoot site is there is lights. So later tonight, even though it might be darker, we'll have the lights on.
Yeah.
That way you can see everything that's going on in the field. But this is going to be the shoot site. Everything's going to be on the infield or on the lower part, right?
I think everything will be on the lower part except for maybe a couple of the cake positions. We might spread those out a little bit more. So it is kind of a bowl shape. You'll notice they used to do rodeos in here. But it is it's a fun shoot site. You can do a lot of really creative stuff off the hills. Also, the sound really echoes really well. So
Great acoustics.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be back up here on the second stream.
Yeah.
What is the shoot for? We got a question. What is the shoot for? What's going on?
The shoot is for all of you guys.
Yeah.
Our friends
Well,
on
yeah.
the internet.
Very
So,
exclusive.
mentioned earlier in the stream, this show we're shooting tonight was actually designed on earlier webinars Cobra did. Those are all on our YouTube page. So if you want to see how the audio track was edited and also how the songs were even chosen, which were chosen by the viewers, as well as how the show was designed as a whole, we actually have those recorded and posted to YouTube. So I recommend going and checking those webinars out before the show tonight so you can actually see how we actually went through and designed the show.
Yeah,
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, well, thanks everyone for attending this stream. Again, come to the next stream. It's at 8:30 Central Time tonight.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys, and thanks for watching.